Okay. Here we are, one of my favorite bands. This is a Judas Priest, Stained Glass. I would say this is the first metal band I listened to. This is the original version of Stained Glass. I kept saying Stained Glass for so long, but it's actually Stained Class. This has Exciter, Invader, then has Better By You, Better Than Me, and Beyond the Realms of Death, which I think is like the high point of this album. Next is Hell Bent for Leather. It's a fun album to listen to on a hot summer's day, you know, driving down the highway. I've been looking to get the original version of Judas Priest British Steel, but I haven't found it yet. This one is Judas Priest Point of Entry. I don't really listen to it too much. It's fun to listen to once in a while. Next up is Screaming for Vengeance. This one has You've Got Another Thing Coming, and it also has the Hellion, Electric Eye. Very good album, start to finish. I'd probably give it like a 9 out of 10. Next up is Turbo by Judas Priest. This brings back memories of high school for some reason. I remember listening to Turbo Lover. I just listened to every single song. I can pretty much sing karaoke to this. Like, I know all the lyrics to all these songs for some reason. I don't know why this album gets stuck in my head. I wouldn't say it's their best album, but it's one of my personal favorites. This is Ram It Down, another fun album. Come and Get It, Hard as Iron, Blood Red Skies. And then they have the Johnny B. Good cover on here. This one I picked up with a bunch of the other Judas Priest albums at a sale. They had like 50% off sale, so I got it pretty cheap. Okay, this is the Painkiller album. I think this is the best Judas Priest album. I think this is the original pressing right here. It's not the remastered one. Yeah, I have to say this one's a 10. Favorite song is Twin Hammer and the Anvil. Next up is Creator Extreme Aggression. I found this one for about $8 at my bookstore. Fatal Energy, No Reason to Exist. Those are my favorite songs off this album. Here is Born of the Bomb by Lich King. This is a very difficult CD to find. I managed to get this for $40 at my bookstore. Online, I couldn't find it any cheaper than like $200. I remember hearing this like back when I wanted to start collecting CDs, and I was like, I could not find this anywhere. And it wasn't until this year, 8 years later, I finally found this CD. Favorite songs are In the End, Devastation, and Agnosticism. Those are my favorite songs. But this is a very solid album, very good thrash metal album. Alright, continuing on with the video. Next we have is a Megadeth, Peace Sells, But Who's Buying? I saw Megadeth back in 2016 on the Dystopia tour. I say my favorite song is Devil's Island and Black Friday. Every Black Friday I have a tradition where I listen to that song. So Far So Good, So What? This is also original, not remastered. This is Rust in Peace. A lot of fun, a lot of fun. Oh, here's a rare one. This is the Hangar 18 single. Has two different versions of Hangar 18 and then 2 live tracks, Conjuring, Hook and Mouth. I also have Cynthia Destruction single, Sweating Bullets single. This one I also got at the same time. I got the other 2 singles. This one's got 4 tracks on it. I like the live tracks. This is Hidden Treasures. This version has 4 bonus tracks, 2 Le Mans radio edit, and then 3 demos. Civil Destruction, Architecture of Aggression, New World Order. Kind of glad I was able to find this. Here we have Cryptic Writings. Oh, here's a gem. I have 13 signed by Dave Mustaine, Dave Ellison, Chris Broderick, and Sean Drover. I got this for $10. I was shocked when I found this. I'd never seen anything like this. Next up is Metal Church. I saw these guys live. They were with Megadeth when I saw them. My favorite songs are Metal Church and God's Wrath. This is The Dark by Metal Church. This one has a ton of bricks, and my personal favorite, Start the Fire. I love the riffs in that. I love blasting this in the car. And then this is Midnight Oil, Diesel and Dust. Great rock album, Australian rock band. My favorite song is Bull Roar. I just love that song. It's my favorite song on the whole album, but I would definitely recommend getting this album if you love, rock music. I think it's a 10 out of 10. This is Motley Crue's Too Fast for Love. Boy, this is a good album. This is another 10 in my book. You got Live Wire, Come On and Dance, Take Me to the Top. All these are earworms. It's a good album. Next up is Nirvana's Incesticide. This is a fun album. Dive, that's my favorite one. Slivers, a good one. Beeswax. This is Nirvana's In Utero. I got this one for about $5. Fortunately, the CD was scratched, and I had to get it cleaned, and fortunately it works. Serve the Serpents, Heart-Shaped Box. Those are my favorite songs off this CD. This is a Nuclear Assault, Handled with Care. Okay, here's the album I spent the most amount of money on. It's Nuclear Assault, Something Wicked. I spent like $50 to get this album. Lich King, I spent like $40, but this one I spent like $50. But I'm glad I have this album in my collection, because I had been looking for this for like 7 years and I could not find it. But someone had it for sale online. I just decided to get it. It has Something Wicked, Behind Glass Walls, Chaos, and it has a few short songs at the end. That's a good album to have in a collection. My favorite Overkill album, Ironbound. I saw this band on the Wings Over the USA tour. They were with Death Angel. I was glad I went to that concert, and I was so happy that they played Ironbound at the show. Next up, we have The Wings of War. I also have a ticket from the concert when I saw Overkill. My favorite song is Distortion. That's my favorite song. I think this is a fun album. I love listening to this on, like, you know, a rainy day and just cruising down the highway. It's fun. Here we have Cowboys from Hell. All right, this is a Vulgar Display of Power. All right, next up is Power Trip. I saw this band live. They came to Chicago, so I went there to see them. Manifest Decimation. Favorite song is Heretic's Fork, Drown, Power Trip. But I have to give the whole album a 10. This is a really good album. Like, I would recommend this if you want to start a thrash metal collection, to pick this one up. Next up is Nightmare Logic. Another 10 out of 10 in my books. Soul Sacrifice, Firing Squad. Those are my favorite songs off this album. I love listening to this album. Next up is Power Trip, Opening Fire. My favorite songs are Divine Apprehension, Suffer No Fool, and Armageddon Blues. I would recommend this, as well as all the other Power Trip albums, to add to your collection. I really enjoy listening to Power Trip albums. I don't know why. They're just fun. Perfect for road trips. Well, we're getting closer to the end of the collection. This is Scorpions, Crazy World. It's a pretty solid album. I really like this album. I got it for like $3. I mean, most of my albums I get pre-owned, but a few of them I end up buying new. All right, this is Skullfist, Way of the Road. I've been looking for Skullfist, Chasing the Dream, but this is the only one I've been able to find. I got this when it first came out, back in 2018. Favorite ones are No More Running and Stay True. Those are my favorite ones. This is Hell Awaits by Slayer. I'm glad I was able to pick up this copy. It says Metal Blade Records on it. Here is Suicidal Angels, Division of Blood. I believe this has a DVD with it, in a CD. I tried playing the DVD on like different DVD players and just it doesn't work, but I don't know if anyone else has this CD DVD combo. Have they been able to watch the DVD? Because I don't know, I might have had a defective disc, but if someone has been able to watch the documentary, that'd be fun to let me know. But this album is great. Capital of War, Division of Blood, Front Gate. Over the summer last year I picked up Years of Aggression. I can't say anything really bad about this album. Endless War and Roof of Rats are my favorite songs. Okay, Survivors, Vital Signs. This one is perfect from start to finish. If anyone likes classic rock, make sure to get this in your collection. I Can't Hold Back, First Night, Everlasting. All these songs are good. A few more here. Testament Legacy. I'm glad I have this one in my collection. Over the Wall and First Strike is Deadly are my favorite songs. And then here I have Testament's Souls of Black. 7 Days of May is my favorite song. I think I have this one on cassette as well. This is Warbringer, War Without End. Got this for like about $12.50 from the store. Warbringers, World Torn Asunder. I got this one for a few dollars. Living Weapon, Shattered Like Glass. Those are my favorite songs from this album. And then finally we end with White Lion Pride. I heard this album 6 years ago. I was surprised how good White Lion is. Like the rest of their albums, Big Game, Main Attraction, the Anthology. I can't believe how good this band is. Kind of a shame that they broke up. I guess that is all that I have for CDs as of right now. Thanks for watching.